everyone.
Hello, hello.
Just going to allow a few minutes for everyone to filter in. So while we're welcoming everyone into the space, feel free to make yourself comfortable. Hara, was there anything that everyone anything that they should have today, or?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just pull up the list here. So just an FYI run, I am bleeding like super today. And at the same time, what a perfect community to be showing up in. So you might, because of that, I tend to get into like a very voidy space. So I have some notes. So I might be looking over to that from time to time to kind of stay grounded on track. So today, just to kind of repeat what we should have, you should have a body safe oil, whether that's extra virgin coconut oil, olive oil is also fine too. It's really great to move energies. You can have an unlit candle if you want to, if you're somebody who loves to work with fire as an element that you love to work with, and have a fire source for that, like a little match or a lighter. Hold on a second, letting something in. And hi everyone. And what else? You have the unlit candle, body safe oil, lighter, a glass of water to drink. You want to have it with an open top if possible. So that way it can help you integrate afterward, right? Because water holds memory. And you want to have a bowl of water and some salt if you want to, just to absorb any excess energies, neutralize any excess energies that are being released. And you want to offer this to concrete afterwards. So it's not to drink, not to offer to your plants, it's offering it to the concrete, like the bowl of water with salt. We're going to put the salt in the water, then we're going to offer it to the concrete. And I didn't write this one down, but you want to have a journal on a paper for you. If you like to journal on your reflections, you might want to have it nearby. Though today, since it's all about sensual intelligence, it's all about harnessing the nonverbal wisdom, I do invite us to, if you want to release the need for a journal and paper today, that's okay as well. Just focus on feeling it, what the prompts feel like in your body and what that brings up for you. But of course, have your cycles journals, it helps too. So that way you can really anchor it into your writing as part of your practice. And I think that is all we need. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I wrote that in the chat in case, just for anyone to reference. So unlit candle, body safe oil, a bowl of water with salt, and a journal if you want. So I'm actually going to go grab mine too. Wow.
Yeah.
Give another minute or two for everyone to return with their materials. maybe if you're back, if you're open to turning your camera on so I know when to start, or drop in the chat if you want your camera off. Totally optional.
Yeah. You can drop a reaction as well if you want to. And side note, the one that will be recorded will only be just me. I'll make sure that nobody else is recorded during the session.
Great. How's everyone feeling today? Maybe if you feel open, you can drop in the chat where you're zooming in from, and maybe a word or two to describe how you're feeling. I'm trying to think of mine.
Okay, we got Maddie from Toronto, Canada. Nice. Becca, I love you. Indianapolis. I love it under my mother's spruce tree. In New Hampshire. Yes, Jules, Lenny Lenapilan, writing PA. Started a beautiful bleed too. Okay, we're all sync. I see. And Abigail in San Diego, Rachel in New Hampshire. I'm coming in from San Miguel de Allende. Yeah, I'm really excited too today. Wabankai lands.
Wabanaki.
Wabanaki. Wabanaki. Yeah.
Well, I'll get started with introducing Hara and what we're doing today, since a little switch. Instead of Hara hosting the space, or space holding, Hara's actually facilitating today, which is exciting. And I'm really grateful to have you here, Hara, and everyone else who showed up live or later to the recording. Yeah, always in great hands when we're with Hara. I always appreciate your work and wisdom. So thank you for being here. And Hara is an embodiment and womb awakening guide who works with clients that desire to create a life governed by pleasure, love, and abundance. They walk hand in hand with clients as they step into their power through connection with their bodies, sensuality, and creativity. And just speaking for myself, with working with Hara, it's always a really grounding experience to connect deeper to nature and our own nature, which is a lot of what we do here at Cycles Journal as well. And for those who don't know me, I'm Rachel Amber. I'm the founder and creator of Cycles Journal and many other artistic ventures, but that's the main one here. So thank you all for being here, and I'll hand it over to you, Hara, at this point.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Rachel. I am so excited to be here and to share space with all of you, especially during this Moonthly time. It's a very special time. I don't usually host workshops during this time, so it's really it's such play for me just to acknowledge that a little bit. And also it's an honor to share space with all of you, especially knowing that some of you are on your bleed as well today. So I'm really, really grateful. Thank you for choosing to be here. I feel that today is going to be a really beautiful experience for all of us. And my intention here today is just to hold space for you to reconnect with this beautiful space of your heart right here, just the source of unconditional love, tapping into our soft power, and really being able to radiate that from inside out. So for today, let me just kind of tune into my notes a little bit to make sure that I review everything, just to kind of backbone on the introduction that Rachel has given to me. Thank you so much. It was beautiful. My lineage comes from the Taoist and Tibetan Tantra lineage, as well as Indonesian indigenous medicine. So, and hold on a second. What happened? And in that, in the West, when I came to the States, I got the privilege to study deeper with the Rose lineage as well as the Wise Womb Oracle. So everything that you experience today is kind of a fusion of everything that I have learned, that I have studied, that I've embodied through my own healing journey. And it is a pleasure to share this with you. In the Monarch Temple, I encourage all of us to receive the experiences on how you receive it. So, for example, for today, this practice that I'm sharing with you is it's originated from Mantak Chia, from the Taoist lineage. It's the deer breast medicine. It's also fused with Wai Swim Wei and also channeled through the Monarch Temple channel. So it's been through a few adaptation, and at the end of the day, I want you to make it into your own embodiment and your own teachings, because your true teacher is your body, right? It's not me, it's not, yes, it's the indigenous lineage and the original lineage, but also who's really going to teach you something is how your body is receiving it, how you relate to this practice. So today I want you to take honor to, yes, honor the original lineage of the teachings, and also really give a deep honor to your body on how it receives this teaching and what it's telling you and what it will be sharing with you today. Everybody's going to receive this practice really differently, depending on your body, depending where you are at right now in your life, what's going on in your field. So know that even though you may be able to Google this, like Mantak Chia deer breast massage medicine practice, what does it do for you? And you'll probably find a whole list of what does it do. Helps with PMS, helps hormonal balance, all the different things, right? But today I want you to focus into, okay, I'm going to listen in to how my body relates to this practice. And we'll also be going through other things before we get to that practice. We're going to go into giving yourself some healing touch and what that means, different elemental touches. We're going to go through that a little bit. And let me see. As I said, have the journal and paper. So we're going to go through the prompts. And today as well, we're going to have some optionals. So the optional for today, if you're flexible, you can sit with your, I don't know if you can see, with your heel kind of over on top of your, like right underneath your clitoris. So that way, as you're massaging your chest and massaging your ovaries later, you can rock back and forth, and it can help to circulate sexual energy. It's not a must, and especially if you're mooning, I would say really listen in and be gentle to your body. I actually did the practice myself this morning and didn't feel the need to place my heel there, even though it may feel nice if you're in ovulatory or if you're in follicular. It may feel a little bit too much when you're in heavy luteal or you're bleeding. So today, the most important part is, again, to really listen in to your body. Be gentle, be loving, and yeah, tune into what your body wants, and see everything that I relay to you today as an invitation each time, not a must, not required at all. You create your own experience. Now, if you happen to find a lump or a hardness or some sort of tension on your body, on your breast or your chest, keep doing this practice, and it will help break up that fibrocystic breasts or chest. Sorry, the words are not like coming to me today. And you can also, if you happen to find this today through the practice, you can also use castor oil or a hot water bottle, a warm water bottle, to use the compress, and that will help break up those fibrocystic tissue on your chest or on your breast. And the last few things is that if you're pregnant, if you're carrying a human being today inside of you, it's not recommended when we do the ovarian part to do the circular massage. So just when we do get to that part, if you're carrying a human being, you want to just kind of place your hand on top of your lower belly or on your womb space, around your ovaries right here, and just really send a lot of love to that space. Send gratitude to that human being, or if perhaps this is today what you're feeling with, if you're mooning and maybe this motion is too strong for you, then you can simply just place your hands here and just be with your womb space and connect with it. And as I said, this is why it's really important to remember that today you really create your own experiences. It's nothing's a must, nothing's a have to do. It's just you creating your own reality, right? Your own choice. And again, the most important part today is, again and again, I'm going to reiterate it, is connecting with these practices. It's not about what to do, what I have to do, what, the do's and the don'ts, but it's rather just me listening into my body and really creating this experience for you today. So I'm excited. I see that there are some of you that are outside, which is really beautiful. I love it so much. You can really connect with nature that way. And I believe that kind of closes everything that I have to relate to you before we begin the practice. Also in the Monarch Temple, we really rely on the nonverbal wisdom. As I said before, it's all about you listening into your body and treating your body as the greatest teacher. So today, it's all about tuning in. It really is all about tuning in and being aware to your emotions. One last thing I have to share is that sometimes when we're in these practices together, certain strong emotions can come up. The most important thing to do is to tune into your breath when that does come up. You feel like crying, you feel like screaming, you want to make whatever noises that you need to make, you get to make them. So don't feel like you have to hold back. And know that every time you feel like you need to release something, you can offer it to the water, the bowl of water and the salt, or the fire, or simply just offering it down to the earth. And then tune back into your breath after that. Know that wherever you journey today, you will always be able to come back to your body by just tuning into your breath. The breath is our greatest teacher. So really, really tune into the connection of being embodied in your body through your breath. And that's really the simplest and the easiest tool that can bring us back into the feeling of the now, right? Knowing that you are safe, you are sacred, you are held, and safe is subjective to everyone. But I do know that most of us right now probably are in a controlled environment, and know that through your breath, you can always tune into the feeling of how you are supported by the ground. You're supported by the oxygen that is around you. You can always tune into that deep breath in and then come back into your body each and every time. And with that, I think that really now summarizes all of it. Do any of you have any questions, or shall we just begin? If you want to get a water in, water out break, now would be the time to do that. After that, we want to ensure continuation through the practice. And if all of you are good, which looks like kind of everyone's in here, so we can tune into, I'm actually going to show you the movements first, now that I'm thinking about it and I'm feeling into it. So that way you can kind of have it all down, and then we can just dive in, be in our bodies and be in the present moment. Okay, so during the chest massage portion, you can actually do the movements with me right now, especially if you're a tactile learner. So what we're going to do is later we're going to put our hands like this. So all the fingers kind of curled up to the palms, thumbs up. You're going to place your hand up. And once you're here, you're going to tune into your breath. And as you breathe deeply Turn into your inhales and imagine yourself inhaling down a golden light energy from the universe down to your top arcs in between your thumbs. So the arc is connected from thumb to thumb. With each inhale, you invite in down golden warm energies. You can imagine it from the sun, you can imagine it from the higher self, the universe, from God, whatever feels good to you, whatever feels in resonance to you. I'm going to take a few inhales here. And once that happens, you're going to connect your fingers from tip to tip, slowly at the center. And you're going to bring it down slowly to the center of your body. And you're going to land on your chest, creating the upside down triangle. You're going to go down to the center. You're going to go underneath your chest and around to the side, to the center. And at the same time, we're going to do this quite a while. So you're going to be here 36 times. You will feel your shoulders talking. So while you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're inviting your shoulders down. And at the same time, just continually relaxing your shoulder each time. And at the same time, be conscious to never let your palms leave your body. You feel the warmth, you feel the connection. And then once you're here, I'm going to guide you to go down through the center. I'm going to go down to the ovaries. And the ovaries is actually quite low, right? If you were in last week's workshop with Kaya, she showed us exactly where the ovaries are, kind of right above our underwear line. So to place your hands on your wombs, there's a lot of misconception out in social media where kind of like, it's like all the way up here, but it's actually technically all the way down here. So almost like your fingers is on your labia, on your Venus gates. And when we move here, we want to move gentle movements with our palms, inward circles. And while we're here, you want to think about things you're wanting to release, you want to let go of, you want to offer back to the earth. And we're going to stay here as well 36 times. And at some point, I'm going to ask you to stay still. Just be here. You're going to connect with the earth energy. And now if you feel called to it, we're going to start to breathe up that earth energy over to our ovaries, going to receive it. And you're going to start to reverse the circles. Now, if you're in your moon, listen deeply to your body. Your body may not want to do this because it may just want to stick to releasing, and that's okay. But if you're on follicular, or maybe you just feel in resonance with doing this practice, then you can reverse the circle. So it goes from the center to outward, center, outer. So just gentle circles. Again, loosening up your shoulders. I'm catching myself going like this. So just be really aware of that. So just kind of like, okay, shoulders, like I got you. No, let's loosen up a little bit. And at some point, you're going to bring it up to the center. You're going to bring it up to the center, back to your chest. And you're going to go the reverse circle. Different way. And again, about 36 times here, loosening up the shoulders. And once you're done, I'm going to ask you to place your hands both on both sides of your chest. This practice is non-gendered. It's not just for women only. It's not just for non-binary. It's all for all genders. Everybody has a heart. So everybody gets to receive this practice. So once you're here, we're going to transition over to creating an infinity symbol in between your chest. You always start on the left side. Over. So from your side through here, the infinity circuit. So if you see my hands, the left moving over the right hand, moving over the left chest, going down underneath the right chest, and then meeting with the left hand from your right side over here, over the right chest, down underneath the left. It's pretty intuitively led usually. If you just listen to your body, it will let you know how to do it. Just allow yourself to be here. And after a few circuits of that, we're gonna go over to the left side. So make sure the left side, you're going from the back here to kind of massage all the lymph nodes and all the lymphatic system that is here. You're gonna kind of make this forward massaging motion. Just moving it forward to kind of just encourage the circulation to happen. And again, the entire time, I'm showing you the movements right now, so you don't have to be in your head later. And just later on, when we actually start this completely with the oil and all that, you can just be in your body and just focus on, okay, like what feelings are coming up? How does it feel to connect with my body in this way? And what does this bring up for me? And with the left side, we can kind of milk out the expression is really milking out this tendency to overgive and the feminine woundings, like fears of disappointment, fears of not being enough, maybe people pleasing, martyrdom. It's a lot of that. And then you can move over to the right side, which is also tending to the inner masculine, the right side, milking out any woundings of patriarchy, any toxic patriarchy, any times that maybe you have forced yourself to do something out of alignment or rushing to do something or fear of failure. You can really tune into that on the right side. And at the end, we're going to do a little bit of a squeezing on the marmory points. So you're going to do it both sides, left and right, and then up and down a few times. And that will be all of the practice. And if I do feel called to adding a few things here and there, we'll dive into that. But this way you kind of have it with you and just stay in your body throughout the entire process for the rest of the time. Does that sound good? Does anybody have any questions before we start? All good? Okay, sweet. And you can turn off your camera if you want to. You can leave it on, whatever feels good to you, whatever works to your sovereignty. And right now, usually I start the practice with a dance, but today feeling a little bit more mellow. So we're gonna just tune into a comfortable position. Wherever you are with this dear breast / chest massage practice, it's recommended to sit up. But if you want to lay down, that's okay as well. And wherever you are, just tune into your breath. Tune into your breath, no fixing, no shifting. Close your eyes if you're able to. Tune into your breath. Just observe and see how you're feeling today. Can you allow yourself to just be here without any judgments, without any needing to fix? Just simply be here. Tuning into your breath, feeling your clothes on your skin. Almost invite yourself to feel the air from the inside of your skin. And see what that feels like for you. And I invite you to just, again, do a little quick check-in with yourself. How am I feeling today? What's present for me? Say hello to your body. And with each breath in, I want you to invite all parts of you back home into your body. Start to effortlessly deepen your breath. And I'm not talking about like, just making it an easeful, gentle deepening of the breath. And see if you could invite that breath all the way down to your creative cauldron, your womb space, your hara space, down to the pelvic bowl, down all the way to your sex organs. Just saying hello to that part of you. And for those of us that are bleeding, express gratitude. Thank you so much for allowing me to experience this beautiful experience of bleeding. And to bring in grounding, I want to invite all of you, if you feel inclined to do so, if you feel resonance in this, you can place one hand on your heart space, one hand on your womb space, palms on top of the ovary, and maybe the fingers on your Venus gates on the labia. Simply just tuning into your breath, observing and seeing right now if there are any tension or any points of discomfort, any pain in your body. I invite you to breathe and send the breath to that part of the body and create any shifts or any movement that can provide ease and gentleness into the body to receive the transmission. So go ahead and give yourself little stretches if you feel called to do so, little movements around your neck, your shoulders. Keeping your eyes closed. So follow your body intuitively, how you want to move, maybe gentle movements of your torso. If you don't know what to do, I invite you to just gently roll your shoulders back. And at the same time, tuning into your breath. Remember, what's important is to tune into your breath, tune into the emotions inside, the feelings. And if you feel called to do so, if there's any sort of powerful emotions that are coming through, you can transmute that through movement as well. Acknowledge it by speaking through movement. Maybe some of you maybe need a little more of a chi shaking practice. And invite yourself to sound, to sigh. Big component of womb healing is sounding. So go ahead and sound if you feel called to do so, tuning into your breath and move. Maybe stretching your arms back, stretching your chest. Stretching your legs for a little bit. Maybe putting yourself in a butterfly position. And try to be and try to do all of this with a sense of deep presence. So if you're closing your eyes, you can almost invite yourself to travel down to those parts of the body that you're stretching, that you're moving. Don't forget to move your joints a little bit. And right now, right in this moment, as you're stretching, you're moving, I want to invite you to tune into feelings of gratitude for your body. And don't forget to move your womb space, your pelvic space as well, even if it's just gentle circles in place or a gentle bounce. And as you tune into movement, expressing gratitude to your body, thank you for being able to sit. Thank you for being able to walk. Thank you for still being able to feel pain or discomfort if that's present for you today. Thank you for still communicating with me, because there are plenty in the world that don't have that privilege anymore. Thank you for still feeling for me, and thank you for communicating with me. And again, tuning into your breath with each movement, inviting yourself into a sense of deeper presence. And once you feel complete, tuning back into your center, tuning back into your breath. Slow, deep breaths all the way down to your cauldron, to your womb space. And I want you to start to feel into what's present again now, after all of these movements, all the stretches, and all the gratitude. And as you're here, I want you to tune into the feeling of being supported by the seat bones, by the surface that's supporting your seat. Tuning to Gaia, nature, the earth. Almost cultivating this feeling of oneness with the surface that's providing support for you with the earth and all the elements. Tuning into the air element through your breath. Tuning into the waters in your body, the blood, the moon blood, tears, saliva in your mouth, or the water bodies around your environment. Giving gratitude to that element. And then tuning into the fire. Perhaps you have a candle lit, or the candle that is nearby you that is unlit. Or simply just tuning into the fire in your heart, the warmth in your heart. Thank you for the passion, for the warmth, for the ability to transmute anything and everything through tuning into the heart. And you can right now place your hand on your hearts, tuning into your breath. And as we attune to all the elements, I want us to take a moment to thank the land that we are on right now. So we attune to gratitude first for the vessel and the organism that has provided for our spirit to channel what we want to deliver into the world. And through that element of gratitude, we then offer it to the earth from a place of wholesomeness, of beauty, of joy, of gratitude. And if you feel called to do so, you can thank the land that you're on by whispering the name of that land, the original name if you know it. Today I'm thanking the land of San Miguel de Allende in Guanajuato. Thank you for holding space for us. Thank you for being here with us. And at this time, I want you to tune into your intention as well. And I ask for this intention to come from gratitude, not from a place of need or lack, but rather from a place of gratitude, abundance, love, and pleasure. And if it's hard to tune into that right now, it's okay. Just honor exactly where you're at and tune into your original intention. And as you tune into your intention, breathing it into your heart and down to your womb space. And if you feel called to do so right now, if you have an unlit candle, you can light that candle now. If the candle is already lit, or maybe you don't feel to do that, then you can simply just tune into your breath and move your hand, one on your heart, one on your womb space, back to this place again, and feeling into these prompts that I'm gonna read to you. With your eyes closed, just to tune into your senses, tuning into the smell that is around you. Whether you're outside, maybe you're smelling the grass, or you're in your room and you're smelling your own essence. Maybe you smell an incense, whatever it is, just tune into that sense. And then tune into the visual sense. What's behind your closed eyes, the feeling of darkness, maybe the gentle light coming in from your closed eyes, or perhaps the light, the natural light. And noticing if it is hard for you to keep your eyes closed and just listening into that information without any judgments, just simply being aware. It is tough for me to close my eyes. And right now, that's where I am, and it's okay. And tune into the feeling of the air on your skin, the clothes on your skin. Maybe gentle breeze on your skin, the temperature of the room. Tune into the noise that is around you, maybe the sound of my voice. And the gentle singing bowl in the background. Maybe the noises that are present with you right now. And the last thing is to tune into the taste, sense of taste, the taste of your amrita, your saliva in your mouth. Maybe the taste of the air. Tuning into all of your senses and then tuning back into your heart, and see how your heart is feeling as you tune into these sensual intelligence, right? Our sensory. Our senses are how we are in constant sex magic, sacred energy exchange with the universe at all times. Everything is sex magic. It's not just in the bedroom. It's not just in a particular setting. It's every time we interact with every element, everything, every experience, especially through our sensories. This is how we often receive information, and we create that sacred energy exchange with the environment around us at all times. And right now, I want you to tune into what is my relationship to my senses and my body. like I said, if you have any big aha moments, you can journal it, but otherwise you can also just tune into how this feels and tuning into your breath. And what is the strongest sense that I connect to? Maybe you notice it was particularly easy for you to connect to your visual sense. Maybe it's particularly easy to connect to the audio, the smell, the taste, the feeling. And this may tell us a lot, right, about ourselves. How do we receive information best? And we can communicate effectively if we know which sense we relate and we connect to the most through our sensual intelligence. And last but not least, this was my relationship to touch. And how have I experienced touch in the past? Because this is what we are receiving today. We are remembering how to interact with our own bodies, with touch, with all of our senses, from a place of love and a place of deep awareness and listening in. So really tune to what is my relationship to touch. And for some of you, this can be deeply healing. Perhaps some of us have been touched in a way that we didn't like in the past. So allow this to be an experience that can be beautiful and deeply healing for you. And today we are, again, remembering how we get to interact with our own bodies through our hearts, through our hands, the extensions of our hearts. So now I want you to start to imagine your hands, as I mentioned, are the extensions of your heart, right? So you can imagine your heart as you tune into your breath, breathing, connecting your womb space and your heart space. Maybe imagining an infinity symbol or a light cord between the two. Originally, I was going to show you the 5 elemental touch, but I think we can just tune into our intuitive touch. So you do not need to open your eyes at all for the rest of the practice. Just need to listen to my voice and tune into deep presence. So begin to imagine that the palms of your hands begin to have your eyes. So you can imagine your eyes are traveling down, all the way down to the palms of your hands. And now you can see in your body, you can see your body. And imagine your ears traveling down through all of your fingers. So now you have 10 ears, and your fingers are your ears, and you're listening in to your body through your fingers, and you're seeing your body through the palms of your hands. And grounded that feeling through a couple of breaths here. And now I invite you to just start to apply gentle movements, maybe gentle movements with your fingers through your body. And see how you feel to touch yourself in this way. See if you're feeling it's easy to connect with this, or is it tricky? Maybe it's bringing up certain emotions, whatever it is. Allow yourself to just be. And tuning into your breath. Again, gentle touches, maybe with the tip of your fingers. with the palm of your hands. You can peek out a little bit if you need inspiration, if you want guidance. Just gentle, gentle movement to any part of your body that desires to touch right now. Or maybe you crave something a little bit stronger, or just the earth touch. Maybe apply a little bit of a pressure. Or maybe it's a gentle rubbing motion. Or maybe it's just a gentle tickle. Whatever it is, invite yourself to give what your body needs, what your body desires. And I want to invite you to touch parts of the body that may be experiencing discomfort, maybe parts of the body that feel some numbness and maybe you don't feel much. And give that part of you with this way that you are touching your body with the art of deeply, deeply being aware and to listen into what your body needs through the tips of your fingers and through the palms of your hand. Maybe for some of us, we want to brush off the inner thigh area gently. Maybe behind your knees. Maybe through your feet. And explore a little bit more here. And then tune back into your center. You're gonna place your hand back again. One hand on top of your chest, on top of your heart. One hand on top of your ovaries, your womb space, your labia, or your energetic pussy. Whatever's down there, it doesn't matter. It just matters with the intention. Tuning into your breath once again and deeply, again, tuning into the eyes on the palm of your hands and your fingers as the ones that are listening, as your ears. And reflect on how that experience was for you. Did you kind of just do it just to do it? Or did you do it and then you were being with it at the same time? Did it bring you to a deeper presence in your body? Or did you try to avoid it or run away from it? And now I want you to tap into your memory bank and tune into the happiest time of your life as you're here. And just notice what you experienced first. Was it the smell of a pie? Or was it a certain visual of where you were at that time? Was it a deep feeling of gratitude and openness? Was it the sound of a particular music? Or the taste of a particular meal, or maybe somebody? Whatever it is, tune into the happiest time of your life right now through your heart. Opening up your shoulders, noticing if you're crunching up your shoulders, invite yourself to just drop your shoulders down. And bring yourself into a smile that feels in alignment. Taking a sweet moment to honor those moments of joy, love, pleasure abundance, and abundance doesn't always speak in money, right? It's just simply the ability to know that we're always held and supported, and we always have everything that we need. And anchor in that feeling with 3 breaths in all the way down to your womb space. Slow exhales each time. Deep inhale. Slow exhale each time, and one more time. And now back into the memory bank. This is the art of really harnessing the power of our brain, our heart, our mind, and our bodies at the same time, right? Our brains keep tabs of the happenings in our life. So when we tune into the memory bank, we can find a lot of goodies here. Really, there's many, many ways that we can utilize this. So now tuning into your memory bank for the second time, into the file cabinets of your life. Tune into one of the hardest, most gut-wrenching, most heart-wrenching time of your life. And once again, tuning into which sense is activated first. Is it visual, touch, or visual, audio, feeling, smell, or taste? What came first? And then how did you overcome that? How are you sitting here today with us together, even through the saddest time in your life, the most challenging time in your life? How have you made it through? How has your heart held space for you? Because it chose you, no matter what type of day that you're having, no matter what was happening, your heart is here for you. It supported you through all of that time. So tune into how did you overcome that? Just take a few moments here. And tune to your breath with any sort of emotions, any feelings that is coming through. Know that it is all meant to be, to remind you of your power, to remind you of your strength. It doesn't make the things that has happened right or wrong. And right now, what's important is it is attuning you into your power of how you're sitting here right now, right in this moment, and still here despite of that time. And once again, attuning into gratitude, thanking your body for still making this choice to be here, and thanking the mind for still making the choice to be here, regardless of what has happened in the past. Regardless of the most challenging times of your life, attuning into gratitude, and once again offering that to the land that you are on. Knowing that we are here today because we all chose love to be here together. Even with all the shit that we have been through, you still chose to be here. And there is something about that. There is something to that, isn't there? So really allow yourself to tune into your own inner power. We all have this ability to tap into non-circumstantial power. And you have, in one way or another, in our own ways, but you have. And once again, attuning to that feeling that the palm of your hands are the eyes and the fingers of your hands are your ears. And you're simply just listening in to the scriptures of your body. I always say the body is our own Bible chapter to be written for those of us who are in the path of religious healing. Really allowing yourself to communicate with your body through touch. And once again, begin to really deeply listen to your body and be with the touch this time. And then feel into it. And know that you can hold any emotions. You can feel pleasure and sadness at the same time. You can feel intensity and ease at the same time. It's all about dancing in the line of really integrating the duality, because we don't live in a binary world at all. Nothing fits the binary system. When we listen into our body, it has no bounds, but we have to give it permission and to allow it to have no bounds. That includes having no bounds and being open to the no, the secret no's, and hell no. That's okay too. But really tuning into the touch, listening into your body. How does it want to be touched? Where does it want to be touched? And now I invite you to touch every part of your body and leave no parts untouched. With this art of tuning into your fingers as the listeners and the palms of your hands as the seers. Again, almost treating your body like Braille, right? Nobody's giving you codes. The codes are always your own. We carry the transmissions, hold the space for you to understand what are you coded with and how are you wanting to proceed with that? Do you want to change it? And even not really change it, you really integrate it, because I don't really believe in the need of changing or really shifting anything. It's just a matter of expanding and integrating it deeper, then making different choices. So allow yourself to just touch yourself with this deep feeling of love through your body, leaving no parts untouched. Tuning into your breath. And once you feel ready, you can begin to slowly take your clothes off. And as you're taking your clothes off, I want you to really create this into a ceremonial experience overall. Imagining yourself taking off the things that are no longer serving you, especially if you're mooning. It's a great privilege to be here while you're mooning on the waning crescent. There's something to that right before the solar eclipse of new moon in Taurus. I think it's coming right this upcoming weekend. So it's really something powerful about this one to be here today. So as you're taking off your clothes, really allow yourself to take off the things that you're ready to release and ready to integrate back. And when we're releasing something, it's not like I'm throwing it away because this sucks. It's more like, okay, I feel complete with you and I want to integrate you back to love now. I'm ready to receive the teachings and thank you so much. I'm grateful for you and goodbye. See you later. So take the clothes off gently as an act of divine offering. And when you place that clothing down the floor, almost like thank you so much for holding the clothes on the surface. Thank you for energetically also clearing the clothes from everything that I'm taking off from my body. And once you're ready, you can take the oil on your hands gently. And you can just begin to pour that oil on top of your body. Or if you choose to do so, you can rub your hands a few times. to really activate the oil, really infusing it with your heart's intentions. Again, there's never any right or wrong way, so don't worry too much about what we're doing, just rather connect with your body through the entire time. So again, you can rub the oil if you feel like you want to do so. And when you're ready, simply just place it on your chest and your body. And right at this point, I encourage you to oil as much as you feel called to do so. You want to stay as connected as you can to your body once we start the massage, which will start soon. So I want to encourage you to be generous with the oil. You want it to feel nice and silky, almost like milk and honey on your body, but really allow this to be an act of divine pleasure, devotion to your body. And each time that we attune to the elements of pleasure, love, and abundance is really an act of great activism, right? Because pleasure is simply just allowing yourself to feel safe in your body and to know that you can express your voice to create that reality that you want. So really allowing yourself to tune into that feeling of, oh yeah, like I want to feel so good in my body because I get to, because I'm here and it's my birthright to feel good in this body. It's the vessel that carries the teachings that I'm meant to deliver in this body, in this world, to be a service in the collective, to carry my gifts. So you do want to really treat this body right now just like, yes, this is oil of gold, like I am the altar, the abundance altar. My body is like the divine offering, just like how they say the word prostitute actually means the offering to God. So really allow yourself to treat this body as the divine vessel that connects you to your higher self through the earth, and really connecting with the element of play, pleasure, love, abundance. And your yoni is the greatest act of activism, because when we can create the world from this place, imagine what the world could be like, right? Versus competition, fear, and scarcity. There's power to that. So really allowing yourself to attune to pleasure, love, and abundance just by rubbing the beautiful oil on your body right now, oiling yourself up and tuning into your breath. And really, if there's any feelings of guilt, any heaviness, just offering it down to the earth, conscious compost. Thank you for coming up. Thank you for allowing me to see you. I love you. I appreciate you. I hear you. I release you. I offer you back. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And now, my loves, when you're ready, when you feel like you're well oiled, I encourage you to take just a little bit more oil on your hands. There can never be too much oil. It really cannot be. And once we begin, so now you can rub your hands. Once we begin on the chest massage, you want to stay, at least have one hand at all times on your body. So make sure that you have easy access to your oil. And if you don't, it's okay. But the encouragement is to always have one hand on your body, so that way you don't break the connection. But remember, everything really sits in the intention. So there's no right or wrong way. This is all just an invitation. Wrapping it up, tuning into your breath. And once you're ready, just tuning into your center, whispering your prayer to the palms of your hands. Your intention, how you want to connect with your body deeper, or your offerings in this world, or how you're going to love yourself deeper. It can be just as simple as that. And the simplest thing is the most powerful thing. It starts with ourselves. And know that what you do here is also effective to the rest of the world, even in the other side of the world. Every little thing we do makes a difference, especially when our hearts can radiate from a place of clarity and love and abundance and warmth. So thank yourself for being here. And once you're ready, begin to raise your hands up, that position with the thumbs up, and begin to offer that prayer all the way up to the universe. And tuning into your breath, your eyes can stay closed, or you can look at the beautiful sky if you want to, you're outside. And really allow this to be a moment of joy, almost like a little child getting picked up by the universe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. And with each inhale, begin to invite that beautiful golden milk and honey frequency all the way down to your top arc line. Taking a few breaths right here. Loosening up your shoulders. It might feel a little bit achy. Just hold it a little bit longer here. Open up your heart, open up your chest. Offer that heart all the way up to the universe. Tune into your breath. Surrender to the feeling. Surrender to the dull, achy pain on your shoulders. Know this is when the reprogramming takes place. Turn into gratitude. Thank you so much for communicating the discomfort to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Open your chest. Be willing to receive. Inhale that golden frequency down to your arc line and begin to slowly now connect that finger to finger at the center of the top of your head. Take a deep inhale and exhale slowly down to the center of your chest, creating that upside down triangle. And begin to go down underneath your chest, to the side, loosening your shoulders back. Tuning into your breath and feel into what this feels like. You can feel into what you're desiring to release at this time, if that feels in resonance to you, or simply just tuning into the present moment. What does it feel like to connect to this part of me in this way? To connect to my chest. And this practice today would be a wonderful practice to combine with Kaya's practice from the last meeting. If you start the practice with this and then do the womb massage that she showed us, it's going to feel really just beautiful and terrific. So do make sure that you, maybe you feel called to trying that out. It's going to be really beautiful. So just keep at it right here until it's 36 times. Tuning into your breath each time. Just allowing any feelings that wants to come. Allow whatever wants to come, and allow whatever wants to leave. We are channels, right? So our bodies are not meant to hold on to anything. And again, if some of you feel called to placing your heels kind of on top of your clitoris, and if you are in that place and you can reach it, you can also rock back and forth and really feel the pleasure build up. This will upgrade your orgasms for sure. And it will also upgrade the way that you are present with your body and the ability to really hold space for others. Powerful practice for some of you that are space holders, creatives, to kind of invite yourself to tune into your body and be present right in this moment. Just a few more times. Loosen up your shoulders. I could even feel myself starting to crunch up, so it's really a habit, and really invite yourself to open up. A few more times here. In the traditional practice, you want to do this anywhere from 36 to 360 times. But if you're somebody who wants to integrate this practice to a daily practice, you can just simply invite yourself to do repetitions of 9. In the Wise Womb way, and in Monarch Temple as well, we encourage you to do repetitions of 9. So either 9, 18, or 27 or 36. I think that's the math. And if you do this right after showers, it's a beautiful, beautiful practice to invite yourself into a deeper presence in your body, fertility, hormone balancing, all that jazz, all the beautiful things. Can't go wrong with being present in your body, for sure. And once you're ready now, bring it down to the center, gently down all the way to your ovaries. So just about here. Arriving here, take a moment. Tune into your breath. Tune into your ovaries. Honor your bleed if you're bleeding. Honor your ovaries. And once you're ready, begin to make that circular motion down the center and around, down to the center and around. And begin to just feel your ovaries unraveling. And remember, if you're carrying a human being here, then simply just place your hand here and just be in deep connection with that beautiful human being. But if not, then you simply just tune into this feeling, massaging the ovaries, allowing the ovaries to unravel. Again, listening into your body, right? With the palms of your hands as your eyes and tips of your fingers as the ears. Maybe you want a little bit more of gentle pressure, but you want less pressure. Follow your body. Ooh, and breathe and sound and sigh. Ooh. Don't be shy to sound. Sound is a beautiful thing, whatever that sound sounds like, whether it's growling, whether it's pleasure sounding, whatever pleasure sounds feel like to you. Invite yourself to make the sounds and breathe and movement through the movement of your hands, and maybe just gentle shakes. Maybe some of you want to gently move your torso back and forth, or move your hip a little bit, whatever it is. Allow yourself to cultivate that movement. Again, gently breathing, gentle motion. And bring yourself into a pause. It's okay if you don't reach 36. It's okay if you went over 36. Know that the intention here today is not to be technically right, it's simply just connecting with your body. So tune into what it feels like to connect with your body in this way. And now I want you to offer whatever feelings you have down to the earth. And again, gratitude. And now, listening into your body. Especially if you're mooning. See if you feel like circulating earth energy up with the movements of your hands, or do you feel simply called to just tuning into placing your hands on your womb and one hand on your chest. Listen in and take a moment there. Or you feel like circulating that energy up through circular motions around your ovaries and then around your chest. Take a moment right here and begin to tune into the earth's energy. Maybe beautiful green emerald lights coming from the center, the core of the earth. Coming from the center of the earth to your feet, coming up through your shins, your knees, your legs, your yoni, your energetic yoni, up to to your womb, know that whether yes or no you have a physical womb, it is energetically still there. All genders have them. So allowing this beautiful earth energy to come in. And now begin to invite that movement, reverse circle. So from the center to the top of your ovaries, to the side. Or as I mentioned before, if you feel called to just placing one hand on your heart, one hand on your womb space, that's okay as well. For the rest of you that feel called to circulating the energy, simply imagine your ovaries being hugged and nourished by this beautiful earth energy. Beautiful green emerald light around your ovaries. Just a little bit more. And then moving that energy up through the center of your chest and up across your chest and around, building that heart energy up from the earth, the palms of your hands as your eyes and the ears and your fingers. Just gonna do a few more here to honor the time. And go ahead, going a few more times. Number ideally repetitions of 9. Best if you can do 36 times, but not a must. And building that heart energy up, charging your heart, opening your chest. Loosening up your shoulders. Sighing out. And placing your hands on your left and right chest, thanking your chest. Thank you so much for receiving. And right here, we're going to start to go to the left side of your chest. Remember the scooping motion. So almost like milking out the left chest. Gentle squeeze once you're nearing your nipples. And here in particular, it's really important to tune into your breath. Offering what wants to be released to the fire or to the earth as conscious compost, or maybe the water, the bowl of water, not the water that you're drinking. Let's be really particular about that. Again, milking out any tendencies of the overgiving, martyrdom, fears of the feminine, which is fear of disappointment, not enoughness. Just milking out any of those feelings, clearing it out of your arc line. Now, many assign, for those of us who are assigned female at birth, we have 2 arc lines, right? One is one's on your chest right here and one's on the top. So it's really important to clear this as well around your heart. A lot of people are not aware of it. So clearing, clearing, clearing. And then when you're ready, move over to the right side. Turning into your breath. Looking at any fears of failure, the masculine failure, feelings, fears, maybe patriarchy woundings, sins of the father. And tendency of doing too much, forçation, colonizing the self. You want to release that, offer it back to the earth. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you. I see you. I hear you. And I'm ready to release you. It's a bit more here. You may feel really different, right? From the left and the right side. It's okay. We all relate to both sides very differently. And know that these polarities inside of us are not to define gender. It's really just a polarity that's inside of us. And the non-binary way that I look at it is to truly be able to look at all different sides of us, no matter what the label is, and not judge it, right? To simply just honor these parts of us. And that's it. Side note, it's really powerful to read and to really journey in the womb wisdom through the non-binary lens. And if you read things like Sophia Code or Womb Awakening book from the non-binary lens, it's really pretty epic. So just a side note. And a beautiful hummingbird just landed on my balcony. It's really awesome. Okay. And once you're ready, now I'm just going to invite us to do both sides at the same time. Offering any excess energy, again, offering it to the water or the fire or the earth. Conscious compost, ready to be recycled. Thank you so much. And now adding to it, just gentle squeeze on your nipple. And now squeezing the marmory point side to side. My teacher Naomi would always say, this is the rainbow tits way. So really clearing that marmory point and then up and down. And last but not least, we're going to do the infinity circuit. Just moving from your left chest over your heart down to right chest side. And then left hand over the right chest. Underneath. Again, listening in deeply to your body. Maybe less pressure, maybe a little more pressure. And again, just feeling deeply on how does it feel like to connect with your body in this way. Integrating all parts of you. The left side and the right side, the masculine side and the feminine side. I always say the true non-binary power is really through the side of being able to look at all parts of us and not judge it and see the way to love all parts of you. So, really unifying these parts, the left and the right. Just a few more times here and start to gentle uplift your touch, maybe down to your fingers, maybe touching yourself a little bit with your fingernails. And now back to that feeling of intuitive touch, allowing yourself to really utilize the palms of your hands as your eyes and the tip of your fingers as the ears, and to fluidly move through your body wherever you desire to take yourself to. Maybe through the sides of your body that often doesn't get touched, your hips, your thighs, your knees, your shins. And I do want to note the time. It is now at 90-minute mark. You can stay here for the whole experience, or if you have to go, I do want to honor that. Just to remember, be gentle after this. Now, for those of you who aren't going anywhere, stay in this motion, stay in the sensation of just connecting with your body through touch. And if you do have to go, just really honor what your needs are after this. Be gentle, be loving with yourself. No crazy social outing. Take a nice warm shower, room temperature liquid afterward, or warm water, even better. And remember to offer the water and the salt to concrete. You can put the salt in the water and then offer it to concrete. And drink your water. Drink lots of water. So for those of you that are still here, that are staying, simply connecting with that touch, that magic touch. And this is truly what healing and therapeutic touch is. We often talk about it in the medical field, and you may have heard it in several different spaces, maybe even Tantra workshops that you've been through and different things, and really allow this to be a deepening in your practice. Again, leaving no parts untouched is how we begun. Tuning into your breath, sounding. Whew. And when you're ready, landing back to both sides of your chest, placing one hand on your left chest and right chest, or left breast and right breast. And just tuning into the feeling of connecting with your body in this way, your heart, your chest, your senses. Breathing deeply and feeling your chest rise up and down, slowly and gently, effortless breath, just like the waves of the ocean at the beach on a nice, sunny, breezy day. Allow the sound of your breath to be just like the ocean. And now I invite you to move those hands to an area where you can feel your heartbeat. And allow that to be a reminder of, as you feel into your own heartbeat, you're also tuning to the earth's heartbeat. And when you create from this space, you create a beautiful, beautiful world, beautiful reality that is so generous to others, but yet never, ever taking anything away from you, because the heart is attuned to the earth and attuned to the universe and all timelines, right? This is where your Akashic record lives. So take a moment and attune to your heartbeat, and remember, as you listen to this heartbeat, you're also listening to the earth's heartbeat, because you are the earth. So the way you treat this body will translate over the way that you create reality on this earth, and how you treat our parent earth. And to honor our ancestral lineage, to honor our spirit guides, tune into your breath, and go ahead and bring one hand on your womb space, remembering the palms of your hands on your ovaries and the fingers on top of your labia area. And just breathing down to your creative cauldron, to your sacral space, your sacred space, the sacred chakra, the creative cauldron, and then breathing it all the way down to your pelvic bowl, loosening up your seat bones, anus kissing the floor. Feeling deeply connected with the earth. And again, expressing that feeling of gratitude. Thank you so much to everything, to your body, to the earth, to presence, to the breath, to all the elements. And gentle, slow breaths, attuning once again to your senses. The darkness that you see behind your eyes, or maybe gentle light. Feeling off the air on your skin, the clothes on your skin. The air that you're breathing and any smells that comes with it. The taste of your saliva, your amrita in your mouth. Feeling of wetness in this mysterious cave, where the magic comes from. So the more we attune to our orifices, right, our bottom orifices, which is the anus and the yoni, the more we can also create something that is in alignment through our mouths. It's important to tune into both spaces. That's a whole other journey we can go through together. So again, just tuning into the breath. And last but not least, tuning into any noises that are around you, maybe the wind, sound of my voice, maybe a construction worker, if that's outside, anything that is around you, sound of the birds. And begin to slowly start to imagine the surroundings that are around you and feeling into it before you open your eyes. Just simply imagine and try to remember what your room is like, what your outside environment is like. And once you're ready, thank the guardians of this land to have held space for you to receive this transmission, to cultivate this practice. Open up your third eye and allow yourself to connect from the root chakra to the sacral chakra, through your solar plexus, the heart and the voice, and the third eye and the crown chakra, all the way up to the universe. Thank everything that is around you. And once you feel complete, you can start to begin to slowly open your eyes, come out of the meditative state very gently. It's really important to come out of this very, very gently. When we tend to our nervous system, it's really important to come out of the meditative state to the external reality really gently. Otherwise, we're slowly instilling trauma, which gets stored in the womb as well. So you want to allow to cultivate this practice of really embracing the slowness in everything that we do, and knowing that in fact every time we tune into our breath and down to our root chakra and our sacral chakra, right, that area, the primal bottom three, we actually expand time. You could still have the same amount of time and feel a complete different timeline just by attuning to our breath. So always remember that in whatever situations that you are facing from this point on. It's a powerful time in the collective right now. Just remind yourself to keep tuning into your breath. Tune all the way down to your center, source from the earth and the universe. Know that your body is a vessel. Always remember that. You're not meant to hold or contract or hold on to anything. You're meant to be a channel. So everything is always receiving and releasing, receiving, releasing. You're creating, and you're always creating something. When you're not creating from a place of beauty and love, you create shit and chaos. So this is why we attune to these practices. And my loves, I believe that completes our practice for today. As I mentioned before, if you are back here to the Zoom space, I invite you to share and see what's come up. You can do the chat or you can unmute yourself. And I'll allow space for that. Just simply raise your hand so that way we know that you want to share. In the meantime, really important aftercare. As I mentioned before, drink lots of water. If you can, even I've kind of taken it to the next level lately. Try to drink 3 liters of water a day. I know that seems like a lot, but it's really great for your digestive system, for your root chakra, also for your womb space, for all the things. It really lubricates your joints and just health wise, it takes care of you. And also, when we're working with the chest massage and womb massages as well, a lot of lymph movements usually want to take through, and circulation. So you really want to facilitate that with water, really attune to the medicine of water and allow it to help you move through things. And what else? Warm shower after this. Salt scrub would be really great, not with the salt that you've asked to absorb the excess energy today, but with new salt, not table salt, but Himalayan or sea salt would be wonderful. Or Epsom salt is great as well, so that you can ground into your body, you can release any excess, and really be deeply present. Again, offer if you've got the bowl of water, you want to just put the salt in here. And then once you've done that, you're going to give gratitude. Thank you so much for holding space for me here. And then offer it to the concrete. And we thank that fully. And then drink the water that you have today, and eat well. And let me see. Okay, Becca, you want to share? Let me read Abigail's and then we can share yours. Abigail, wow, that was powerful. I've not touched my breast much since I stopped nursing my 2 babies. This brought up a lot of emotion, like my breast really missed my touch. Also, the difference between sides, the imbalance is clear. Thank you so much. And this is the perfect medicine timing for me. Thank you so much. Thank you for receiving, Abigail. And Becca, you said you want to share. Did you want to unmute yourself? Okay, you can go ahead.
I just wanted to say thank you for that practice. I started outside and I was like, I'll just, tune in and I'll do the ritual later. And I felt like a raindrop and I was like, that's a sign I need to go inside. So I feel like safe to do it all. And I'm really grateful. I have been overworking myself. That I'm still a massage therapist. A lot of you know me from being an Ayurveda teacher, but I'm working a lot of hours doing massage right now and just over giving and doing way too much. And when I started the practice, my body just felt so angry. It was just so angry at me and kind of resistant. Like didn't even want to receive at all. But through the practice, I just felt like so much love and gratitude from my body. Just like, working through that anger and just coming to much more gratitude and love. So thank you.
Thank you for that. Honored to receive it. Thank you for sharing, Becca. And I'm excited that you're here as well. So awesome. Thank you. And Matt, do you have a share? Hold on. Thank you, Hara. That was a really beautiful practice. I'm curious to know if you know what the significance of the multiple 9 is for the repeating of the movements. Okay, so with the multiple 9s, so as I mentioned before, the traditional practice asks you to do 36 to 360 times. I've never reached 360 times, but that's the Montauk Chia way. That's the Taoist way. And the multiple of 9 in particular came from the Wise Womb lineage that I am, the body of the work that I'm studying, that I'm deepening this work with. It is, if you think about actually, number 1, I want to ask you, what is your relationship with the number 9, right? But coming from this side, I also want to share with the number 9, it's just a symbol of completion, right? Think about 9 months until the period of birth. So that's kind of what it symbolizes, 9 cycles each time. I hope that answers that question. And anybody else wants to share? I see Rachel, I see Jules. Thank you, you're welcome. Go ahead, Jules. You can unmute yourself.
I really appreciated the perspective of the non-binariness, going at it from that aspect, because I'm non-binary. I share that. Gender expansive. I share that with other people a lot when they kind of are curious about my identity as being gender expansive. And I explain it a lot. Like, it's just me fully seeing, or fully attempting to see, fully learning how to see all the aspects of myself, all of the multiple facets that glisten. And I really love the integration of everything in the way that you honored that.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that. It's been a journey of figuring out how to approach this from the non-binary lens. I think Rachel has been a full witness, and so has Becca, through just really being in these different spaces, because we know how binary it could be. And I appreciate this feedback so much. It's been a journey to really deconstruct and really to decolonizing that space. And that's why I love Cycles Journal so much, because it's about like really for non-binary wombs, like there's no other place to be. So I'm really grateful for this, and thank you so much, Jules, and for being here, and for showing up. And thank you for that. I received it fully, and I'm so excited that you're here. Thank you.
Just say one little thing. Yeah, I really appreciate this whole conversation in general, and your approach and all the resonance from different bodies, different identities, and just the fact that no matter how we identify, what body we're born into, that we can honor, all parts of this. And it really feels like the bridges that this world is needing. So I'm really grateful to, be able to co-space hold and also participate. So thank you for that. I resonated with what everyone said, but Becca also, maybe not overworking myself in a physical way, but in a mental and energetic way. So having this time for myself and sharing community space was really, really nourishing. So I'm really grateful.
Thank you. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you so much, everybody. And I believe that that kind of completes today's share on my part. And I'm really grateful for all of you that are here. I do hope to, if you feel in resonance with this space, I hope to see you again. Obviously, I will see you guys every month. I will see all of you every month, because I'll always be here. And Abigail, so nice to see you. Yay. I think that kind of completes my part. You can find me here in the Monarch Temple. My Instagram is @i.m.hara. And super happy to stay connected, and don't be a stranger. You can always be weird in my DMs any day. I'm here for all of it. So, don't be a stranger ever. You can send me like some weird reel or something. I'm always here for all of it. And that kind of completes my share. And Rachel, if you got anything to share, any closing thoughts, that will be welcome.
Yeah. Just more gratitude. There's never too much, right? But I also promised that we'd pull some winners for anyone who showed up live today. Just a little fun treat to thank the community. So I put everyone's name who showed up live in a bowl, my singing bowl, and I'm going to pull 2 winners to receive a little goodie bag with a notebook in it. So I want to honor the recording as well. So I'm curious if you want to close the recording first, and then I'll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's do that.
Showing up later as well.
Thank you. If you've been watching the recording, I invite your reflections on the Mighty Networks page. So we'll see you later.